So I want to tell you something about your brain that nobody told you when it mattered most. Your brain is extraordinary at a lot of things, right? It can solve problems, it can read a room, it can run a business or raise kids reasonably well, hold a conversation all at the same time. But there's one thing it does not do well, and that is the one thing that has been quietly running your life without your permission. Your brain does not go back and update the conclusions it made when you were a child. And here's what I mean. So when you were young, when you were 8, 12, 16, something happened, right? A moment, a comment, a comparison, or a rejection. And in that moment, your brain did what every kid's brain does. It didn't reason, it concluded. Because an adult can look at a hard moment and think about the situation. The person was having a bad day, or it was just a data point. Kids don't have those tools yet. So a child's brain takes a moment, assigns meaning, and then locks it in fast. It does not come back and revisit it later. So whatever that moment was for you, your brain turned it into a fact, not a feeling or an opinion, something like, I'm not smart enough. I don't belong. I don't get to have things like that, right? And then you moved on and you carried that with you like it was science. And here's where it gets important. All the beliefs that we form as kids don't get updated as we grow. We outgrow the belief that we're bad at math when we ace a test, or that we're not athletic when we find the sport for us. Your brain updates quietly and automatically, and you don't really have to do much. But not with this. The beliefs that carry the most pain, the ones that are attached to moments of shame or rejection or trauma, don't get updated. In fact, your brain does something very specific with them. It files them away to a place where it cannot go back to because it doesn't want to touch something that hurts. And here's the thing about a filed belief. It doesn't just sit there quietly. It works for you. So every time that you walk into a room that's too impressive, or you start to say something and pull back, or you downplay something you did, every time that specific familiar feeling of being found out comes back. And that's not your instinct or your personality. That's just who you are. A conclusion that a child made in a painful moment that your brain never went back to update. So I want you to think about how old you were when your story started, and really think about it. And then think about what that version of you actually knew. What did you have access to? What did your world look like? What were you capable of understanding about yourself and the people around you? Because chances are she wasn't working with much, but she did the best she could, right? She wasn't qualified to write the verdict on who you are now. She didn't have enough information or enough years. She didn't have enough of anything, really, except the pain of that moment and a brain that needed to make sense of it fast. And yet you have been living by her verdict, that little girl, ever since. You've been walking into boardrooms and networking events and relationships carrying a conclusion that was reached by someone who didn't know what you know now, who hasn't survived what you've survived or built what you've built. So here's what I want you to understand. You are not the same person that concluded that that story was true. You have years of evidence that she didn't have, results she never got to see. You are a version of yourself that she could not have imagined. And none of that evidence ever made it into the file, because nobody told you the file existed. Nobody told you that it needed updating. And nobody told you that the version of you who wrote it with a child's brain and a single moment's worth of proof would struggle with it. So here's what I want you to do. And not necessarily today, because it might take some time, but soon. Find the file. Sit with the moment your story started and ask yourself one question. If you were an adult that had all this information, would you have reached the same conclusion? Or would you have looked at what happened and thought something different? Did it mean you weren't enough? Or did it mean you had one hard moment with one person on one day that says nothing permanent about who you are? Your brain filed a verdict, and now you're asking to revisit. It's time to open the file and remember who you are. You got this.